And it will be the 13-year-old to break.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how the young man performs this afternoon.
Wasn't a bad break, was it?
Yeah, if that's anything to go by, he's going to give Xiao Guodong a good match today. Now, is this the first half chance for the youngster? He's not messing around. Looks like he can just stun this red in for the black. Didn't quite get through it enough.
Bound to be early nerves out there, isn't there? And this is completely different conditions to what he'll be used to, the young man. Take a little time to settle. I mean, Guodong knows that he needs to stamp his authority on this match as quickly as possible to put him under early pressure.
Yeah, Xiao will just want to stamp his authority in the match early. He knows it's a match he really should win. Obviously his young opponent has got plenty of talent, but Xiao Guodong will be aware of that, and he'll just want to starve him with chances. Good positive shot there from Xiao, but a wee bit unfortunate not to leave a red.
Xiao Guodong, 12.
He certainly doesn't hang around, the youngster, does he? You know, he looks first glance at the table, he plays the first shot he sees. As I say, he's just going to have to settle in quickly, because Xiao Guodong will want to keep him at distance.
I'll give this one a bit more thought.
Yeah, certainly no return to balk, so he's just trying to just drop the cue ball somewhere near this right corner if he can.
Guodong hasn't started the season too badly, actually. Looking at his results in the full ranking events the two have had so far in Wuxi, and he also made it to Australia. That was a good pot. He lost to John Higgins, actually, in the last 16 in Wuxi, but had a good run there. And in the Australian Goldfields Open as well, he made the venue as well. So he's not started badly.
Yeah, it was a good confidence boosting opening red, that was, Tim.
7.
And that nice little cannon off the edge of the pack has given him the first real chance
8.
to put a few points together here. think the pink spot being covered is just going to help him.
14. 15.
Be interesting to see how the playing conditions are. They look good, don't they, out in Shanghai? I know the players enjoy going out there.
21.
Yeah, at first glance, Tim, the tables look to be playing lovely.
22.
Usually the conditions are very good in Shanghai. Of course, we've been there a few years now, and the Chinese organisers put on a fantastic event. They really do.
And the event's been going since 2007. Dominic Dale won it actually back in 2007. You may recall, did a bit of opera,
29.
I think, after winning, or certainly some karaoke. I expect, Alan, you've had to put up with that over the years, have you?
Yeah, I've heard Dominic a few times. When he gets a microphone in his hand, he's a dangerous animal, is Dominic.
24.
He's good fun.
This
35.
is exactly the start that Xiao wanted.
And that was a bonus. And this bottom
41.
red obviously passes. So he's fast approaching the point where he's going to put this first frame on the board.
42.
Just one more red in colour would do. And that was cued well.
We saw a puff of the cheeks there from Yan, but there's
28.
nothing you can do, is there? You just got to sit and suffer.
$49.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Tim, hasn't there, about the wildcard
55.
situation in China. I think for, you know, players like Xiao Guodong, providing he wins today, which he obviously is massive favourite to, it's nice to get a wildcard match under your belt, you know, get a feel of the tables out there, because obviously there's tougher tests to come.
Well, he's got the first frame on the board, hasn't he? So, as you said, he looks in good form, queuing well.
Xiao Guodong, 61.
61, it will be the first frame, although the youngster coming back, understandably, just to get his hand on the table.
Foul. Xiao Guodong 4.
Hasn't conceded the frame, but I think he just wants to get his hand on the table, maybe pot a couple of balls, prepare for the second frame.
Yeah, certainly worth playing on. Obviously the frame's gone, but it'd be nice for him to get his hand on the table. Just get a feel for the table out there, because it's going to be so different from anything he's ever played on before.
It's our first look at him today. I'm sure for many of our, well, virtually all of our viewers, first time we've seen this young man. Not Xiao, but Yuan Sijun, 13 years of age. Has had a highest tournament break of 125, as I mentioned.
One.
It was a good pot from Xiao. I beg your pardon, from Juan. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, terrific red. That's nice to see that he's knocked that black in as well. Just a little bit unlucky getting the kiss on the red. That should be end of break. A trick shot he's played there. Now, can he get a nice cannon on the loose red beside the black? Yeah, good effort. Nice to see him knock this in and maybe even just clear the table. Just give him that bit of confidence that he probably needs.
Now he concedes the frame, but you just saw from those few pots there that this is a young man who's more than capable. Yuan Sijun has lost the first frame. Xiao Guodong made a break of 61 and has won the opening frame of this best of 9. It's first to 5 to advance to the last 32. Guodong leads, frame 2 on the way. Talking about previous winners of this event, Dominic Dell we mentioned in 2007, John Higgins, who played so well to come back at Judd Trump in a memorable final, I remember 12 months ago.
One.
Oh, what a cracking opening red that was. So, every credit, he's given himself a chance and he's straight back into it. See there, he just overscrewed it slightly. That's what when I mentioned in that first frame. It's going to take him a while to settle into this table. He'll never have played under these conditions. The cloth's very responsive, especially with it being the first match out there.
5.
The best performance so far, by the way, is a top 4 on the 2013 IBSF Under-21 Worlds Championships. So that's how good he is already. He's got no fear, has he?
Absolutely no fear whatsoever.
10.
Going by the 3 or 4 shots he's played in this break, no messing.
11.
He certainly doesn't lack ability. That's one thing we can say.
Thirteen. 14.
Yeah, just lost the cue ball a touch again. I mentioned that's going to be the problem for the youngster today in these really fast cloths. He'll go back to his chair quite happy with that little contribution. It's only 14, but
14.
potted 3 or 4 really good balls. It's important for him just to let Xiao Guodong know that Xiao's actually in a competitive match here today. Big part of this game, of course, is just putting pressure on your opponent. Once again, just lost the cue ball. That's what the young players have got to learn. So important, not just the potting and the break building side. You've got to be watertight with your safety.
Well, Guodong has missed that by some margin there. Straight down again, into the heart of the pocket. We'll need another good pot on the blue here, if he should take it on. I'm pretty sure he will.
Yeah, no problem, was it? Down as quick as you like and knocked it in. Just again overscrewed it.
Racing around the table.
Seven.
Now can he just play a little gentle cannon on the cluster of reds this time off this thin blue? I think that should be the shot he plays Doesn't need to hit this too hard. Yeah, you can see he just kind of played it as a deep screw instead of, you know, a soft stun there would have been better. Now, what damage has he done? Xiao Guodong's just looking to see if he can get through to this black after the red over the pocket. So, if he can, it could be a good opening.
1.
I think he's just about on it. If he's not, he could probably pot it with just a little bit of side. Yeah, you see he's okay.
He played that well, didn't he?
Oh, that's very good. Very clever from Xiao.
Scoreboard is wrong at the bottom there.
9.
And that's just opened everything up. So you would have to say the next 4 or 5 reds should be a formality from here.
Yes, and Guodong knows that this will hurt the 13-year-old if he can make a big break here. Imagine I'm saying that, but the youngster has no fear, does he? So he's got this swagger around the table.
Four.
Xiao won the 2007 Asian Under-21 Championship. Been a pro for 6 years. He's had some good results over the years as well, beating the likes of Ronnie O'Sullivan, Peter Ebden, Judd Trump and PTC, so he knows what it takes. You would just say he needs a breakthrough in a ranking event, doesn't he? Get to the latter stages, that'll give him plenty of confidence. Have you seen much of his game, Alan?
Yeah, I've seen lots of Xiao playing in tournaments. As yet, I've never played him, in fact, but it's one of the few players I haven't played in the main tour. But I can guarantee you all the players know about his ability. You know, terrific player, great break builder. He's had lots of centuries since turning pro 6 years ago. And a very dangerous opponent for anyone. As you say, just waiting really for the big breakthrough from him.
48.
I remember him making the grand finals in the PTCs last year in Dublin. Had a couple of results, I should say in Galway. Had a couple of results 49. There. As you said, he's one of those players, one of any number of players who could make that breakthrough.
So this looks like being the crunch ball of the frame. 33 the lead as you see. Red in the colour. Should give him a 2-0 lead. Now, has he left the red? If he has, it could be a chance for the youngster. I think he might have just covered it. If he can get through to it, he could maybe bring the other red out. No, there was just too much angle on it.
Hasn't really got the angle on the green, has he? Or can he force one, Alan?
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to get in really close behind it. As I say, it's certainly easy to get somewhere on it, but
24.
We know how difficult they are down the cushion.
You sense he'll go for it though, don't you?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise you. But these, as I said before, these are not club tables. You have to be so accurate with this type of shot. Yeah, very high tariff of difficulty that, and it looks like costing him the frame.
One.
You know, that's where the young players just need to, you know, hang fire for a couple of shots, you know, play a good safety, maybe try and develop the pink.
8.
Obviously he's young, he's only 13, he's going to learn all these things in the next few years.
10.
He's getting that experience, isn't he? Very young indeed. There's a good sizable crowd watching today.
Xiao Guodong 10. And the frame.
He's conceded the frame then. So Guodong's break of 54 has put him into a 2-frame advantage here against the 13-year-old Yuan Sijun. Guodong will be pleased with the start he's made. He leads 2-0. We've seen 1 or 2 moments already, which has certainly suggested that he's certainly a very bright prospect. Some of the long pots that he's made, but perhaps his experience or lack of it has counted against him so far.
That's a clever little shot from the touching ball. A similar return though from Xiao Guodong. He's raced into the pack. This time he'll be hoping not to leave a touching ball. He does have a return to bulk. Swinging it round off 3 or 4 cushions. May have to just get the extension out.
He might need a step ladder.
Just looking to see which red he wants to hit. Doesn't look like there's any problem playing this shot. That little cannon on the green then has given Xiao Guodong a half chance. Just not sure whether he can avoid a cannon round the back of the black. Yeah, obviously the cannon's on, so deciding just to keep things tight for another couple of shots.
Yeah, Xiao knows that his young opponent will try and push the boat out. Although not this time. But short of pace.
Yeah, this time Xiao can play top side of the blue if he wishes. I think the red is just off straight, so the kind of shot these players practice regular. You expect them to knock these in 9 out of 10. Just didn't quite cue it properly. Yeah, good recovery this though. And a big bounce here. And that looks absolutely perfect. So if this red goes in, it's a genuine scoring chance for Xiao Guodong.
7.
Just gone astray. He finished a little bit straight in the black, didn't he? So
14.
that looks to be end of break.
Xiao Guodong, 14.
He'd like to take this red on to left corner, Xiao, but it looks pretty tight whether he can get through it. He can swing the cue ball round off 2 or 3 cushions, this time round the back of the black. But all about the pot this time. Now that's first class.
1.
And a decent cannon on the loose red has given him another good chance.
He appears to be hitting the ball
6.
pretty well, doesn't he, Xiao?
Yeah, he looks very good, doesn't he? Not missed much at all so far.
7.
And this time he's got them right where he wants them.
House. 13.
Winner of this match plays friend and sometimes practice partner of yours, Alan, Stephen Maguire.
20.
That will be a stern test.
21.
Yeah, obviously looks like Xiao's going to close this match out before too long. We've said he's hitting the ball well and he's going to get plenty of chances, but it's all, as we've said, it's a learning curve for the youngster.
28.
He probably did come into the match not expecting to win,
39.
just wanted to probably put a frame or two in the board. But it's all, as I say, it's all a learning curve.
Of course, a lot has been said about these wildcard matches, but if you can get a nice performance under your belt, get your hand on the table,
36.
then, as you said, Xiao will benefit from that greatly.
37.
Yeah, absolutely, Tim. It's you know, now that he's got a 2-frame lead and is fast approaching 3-frame lead, he can start really enjoying himself out there, Xiao Guodong. It's not often you play a match at this level when you feel free and easy and you virtually know you're going to win the match. So it's probably a nice feeling that he's got out there just at present, Xiao Guodong. Just needs one more red in colour and it will be 3-0. Not sure if there's any loose ones to play on this time. May have to play a little cannon. Probably on the 2 reds to right, the right hand side of the pack. That's what he's played and that's perfect.
49.
It's been a good break, isn't it? not look like missing or being out of position.
Yeah, the first red was impressive. From that, it's just been plain sailing, isn't it? And it remains to be seen if he can go on and make the first century.
No reason why he shouldn't.
57. 58. 65. 66.
He's just made the 1 century this year. Xiao, it's very early still, made 12 centuries last season. He's had his cue ball pretty much on a piece of string, hasn't he?
Yeah, this has been first class.
74.
As I said, right from ball 1, so expect him to go on and make a century this time. As we said before, the tables really do look to be playing lovely.
81.
You'll have that nice feeling out there when you're making a century to go 3-0 up in a match that, as I said, he's 99% really going to win the match. It's almost a bit of a practice session from here on in.
89.
You can never discount the young player. You just never know what's going to happen in this game. But as I say, he'll be enjoying this Xiao Guodong.
So he needs yellow and green for the century.
97. 100.
He's got it. What an excellent break that was. His 2nd century of the new season. I say new, it's been going for a while now.
104.
But it's only the 3rd full ranking event. We had a break after Australia.
109.
And this has been very, very good. So the black for 122, adding to breaks of 61 and 54 in the first 2 frames. Well played, Xiao Guodong. That was an excellent break, 122 clearance. And he now leads the youngster, Yuan Sijun, by 3 frames to 0. It's a lonely place in that seat. 1 more frame before the mid-session interval. Certainly would like. It is a draw which was a potential banana skin. Frame 4 is underway, especially if the youngster had picked up an early frame, which if he can win this frame before the mid-session interval, then 3-1 doesn't sound quite so bad, Alan.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him get a frame in the board, wouldn't it? You know, as I say, the match is, well, 99% gone, really. It'd be nice to see him win a frame or 2.
I can tell you that Sean Murphy, who's on Eurosport 1 at the moment, leads at Udaloo by 2 frames to 1. David Hendon and Joe Johnson, your commentators on that table.
No, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Deliberately played on the black there. And, well, the other reds just spoiled his position. Making sure keeps the youngster again glued to that back cushion, keep him under pressure.
Chao Yupeng took the first frame against Zhu Yulong, and Wang Yuchen took the first frame against Joe Perry. They're on the outside tables here in the grand stage here in Shanghai. Joe Perry can come through that match. He'll play against his good friend and practice partner Neil Robertson, which will be an intriguing last 32 match.
One.
And once again, from young Yuan, it was just a loose safety, which is once again giving Xiao Guodong the first chance in the frame this time. He's on this straight red to left corner. Not quite sure whether the pink will go in its own spot, because the black appears to be tied up. I don't think the black will pass the red along the back cushion. Maybe this shot will tell us. As I say, I don't think the black will pass. It's just whether he can hold for the pink to right corner here. No, just a bit too much angle on it. You've got to play a force and stun shot.
7.
Yeah, quite happy to leave this mid-distance red.
Ciao.
Would knock this type of shot in probably 49 out of 50. There shouldn't be any problems here. Not sure whether the pink will pass through the gap in the reds. If not, it'll just be back about 12 inches for the blue.
13.
That's perfect.
Mentioned it a few times, but certainly Alan and I feel the playing conditions look very good out there.
18.
Not seen any bad bounces as yet. Or that many kicks.
19.
Yeah, conditions are excellent, aren't they? Which is going to allow him here to just play a little soft screw onto the top red here. Well, decided to play a deep screw, but he just overcooked it. Still is on the thin one in the left corner.
25.
Left middle, sorry.
Xiao Guodong. 25.
Breaks down on 25, and he's given his opponent a chance. Very presentable red here. Is straight, he's just looking to see what he can do with the cue ball.
Yeah, it's a chance, but it's not a good one. If he's going to play for the pink, he has to cue this well.
1.
Just lost the cue ball again. I said there was no margin of error there. Let's see how he gets on with this long blue. Knocked a good one in earlier. Oh, first class.
Straight down again. He might be 3-0 down, but he's not going to change the way that he's going to play.
6.
You have to admire that, the way that he got down and just knocked that blue in as if it was over the pocket.
Absolutely. Doesn't lack in ability. Oh, this is an aggressive shot he's playing this time. He's played for this pink into left centre. If this goes in, you would think he would be on a red. So this is a big shot.
He's a bit unlucky there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit unfortunate there. Played a really aggressive shot off the initial red to leave that difficult pink.
And that pink wasn't straightforward, was it?
Oh, very difficult on any table.
Were you as fearless at 13, Alan, on the snooker table?
No, not a bit of it. Certainly not.
Yes, 13.
he knew that if he'd missed the red, he wasn't leaving anything. Xiao will certainly want to win this frame, though, make it 4-0, and then there really is no way back, is there, barring some kind of miracle. 3-1, giving the 13-year-old a little bit of hope.
Yeah, it's just sod's law, isn't it? The one time when he does play a genuinely good safety, he's unlucky to knock this red over the right corner. That was a bit unfortunate, it really was. If this red goes in, which it has done, you'd expect him to finish on something, Xiao Guodong. The blue looks not too bad. No problem, just through the gap between yellow and the yellow pocket. Somewhere down in amongst the reds, and you would expect to be on something. Just overran it a tad.
6.
John Higgins is up later today, the defending champion. He'll be playing Mike Dunn. And other wild cards, Lu Ning, Zhao Xintong, and Fang Xiongman are in action. Ryan Day, Martin Gould, and the informed David Gilbert will be playing a bit later on. David Gilbert knocked out Mark Williams to reach the venue, which was perhaps a bit of a surprise given that Mark's been playing well. As I said, David Gilbert has certainly knuckled down this year and had some good results.
Yeah, in some ways, I think Dave Gilbert, in fact, has been one of the players of the season so far. He's been very, very impressive. He's put paid to my chances in a couple of tournaments already, and I can tell you he is really, really dangerous this season, playing as good as anyone, really. So he's one to look out for this week.
Yes, I didn't mention him because the fact he played you a couple of times, I've forgotten that. I'll take it back now, Alan, if I could.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Xiao Guodong just goes on his merry way here. So it's looking like a 4-0 lead. You see the lead at 37, 2 more reds would do him.
25.
He hasn't missed a great deal, has he?
Yeah, he's been very solid. I think part of his game plan coming out in this match this afternoon would be to keep the youngster tight, as I said earlier. He knows he's going to get his chances, doesn't have to take any liberties.
32.
That one wiped its feet, but as I say, it's been a very professional performance from Xiao Guodong this far.
It's just the pace that took that red in, wasn't it, before? It's looking like 4-0 now then. One more red will just secure it, I'm sure. Great shot.
14.
That's definitely end of frame now. Yeah, a little exhibition shot from Xiao Guodong. Does he have an angle? Just try and play a little cannon in this red, just disturb it. No, he was too straight, but can probably force a double out of this with pace.
Well, he hasn't, but that will surely be 4-0, and is. So Yuan Sijun just asking the referee how long he has off. Not too sure if he'll go to the practice table or if he'll just relax, try and take it easy take stock of what has been a very good performance from Xiao Guodong. He leads here by 4 frames to 0 at the mid-session interval. It's about 50 minutes of play there, not far off Ronnie O'Sullivan's standard of pace. But Xiao Guodong leading by 4 frames to 0. He needs one more to make the round of 32. We'll be back with more in just a few moments here on Eurosport 2. Just needs one more frame to book his place into the round of 32 and a meeting with Stephen Maguire. It has to be said the first 4 frames was very much one-way traffic.
It's been a good little run out this for Xiao Guodong. Obviously the match is virtually over, taking into consideration what we've seen before the interval. Xiao Guodong's been in excellent form. Just be nice to see the young man get a decent chance in close. He's potted a few nice balls in the match so far, but he's not really been in with a great scoring chance. It'd be nice to see him get in with the balls spread far and wide. Just dodged one that time. Mishit that one. Wasn't easy, mind you, but quite fortunate to get the white back in bulk. Oh, that was an excellent safety. That's as good a shot as he's played in the match.
Reminder on Eurosport 1, Sean Murphy is in action. He'll be resuming his match against Udaloo. 2 frames all, I believe that is, at the mid-session interval. So Murphy being tested there.
Can he just manage to drop the cue ball and behind the brown again? Right, decided to play it thinner and behind yellow. Don't think that was the best choice. This time Xiao Guodong shouldn't have any trouble getting back to bulk.
If you were in Yuan Sijun's corner, Alan, at the mid-session interval, what would you be saying to him?
Well, I mean, it's difficult to give such a young player, you know, advice that he's going to sort of listen to. Obviously, he's got no experience at this level of competing in this type of match, but you know, you would say to him to just try and show a little bit more patience. I know it's not easy, but just to play just, you know, 2 or 3 more safety shots than what he's used to playing, just to create a couple of openings, which in fact he's just created one. As I I say, just by playing 2 or 3 decent safety shots, sometimes that's enough. You know, you've got to carve your chances.
One.
You know, create your own opportunities. That's really not what he's done in the match so far. Oh, that was an excellent shot in the blue. He just needs a little bit of luck here to drop in a red.
6.
Yeah, he's been a bit unfortunate. Still has a thin red to the right centre. Well, in fact, it will just squeeze past the blue.
Yuan Sijun, 6.
And the pattern continues, doesn't it, for the youngster?
He needed that to run on, and unfortunately,
One.
Guodong has got in, but he's faced with a tricky shot choice. If he elects to pot, he's got possibly a long blue. The pink he's looking at in the centre, far from easy though.
Yeah, tough shot this in the pink. Looks like he is taking it on. Just dead weight. He's lost the cue ball, so
Foul.
he wouldn't be too disappointed with that. At least the cue ball's
Yuan Sijun, 6.
found its way somehow back to baulk. So once again, it's just key for the youngster to just try and create some openings. Said that was, well, it was not quite all the eggs in one basket there, but it was one of those shots that, you know, if you miss it, you're going to sell the game.
It was pretty close though, wasn't it, Alan? Just can't afford to do that, although Guodong has made an error.
Yeah, that was a loose one. Just taking his eye off the positional side of the shot there. A little shake of the head tells you that.
Obviously he'd be thrilled with the 4-0 lead, but you don't really want a mid-session interval then, do you? You want to finish it off.
Yeah, you just want to get the match closed out as quickly as you can. He's fortunate there not to leave a red, but he could be in more trouble again. This time the white will, I think, pretty much guaranteed be somewhere in behind the brown. Looks like a natural half-ball angle to nestle in behind it. Once again, he didn't shy away from it, did he?
He needs you in his corner, Alan.
Yeah, it's difficult to be too critical, isn't it? You know, he's 13 years of age, and he's got, you know, he's got plenty to learn, and he's got plenty of time to learn. Is the other point.
That was a mile away from Guodong. He's gone off as well at the moment. But going back to what you were saying, and that's a good point. He's only 13. He's going to be fearless. As you said, he hasn't got the experience yet, but you want to see that fearlessness as well. And he will learn, won't he, in terms of other aspects of the game. And we've seen enough, even if he is 4-0 down, to suggest that at 13 years of age, there's a frightening a lot of ability there.
Yeah, he certainly doesn't lack for ability. As we said earlier, he's knocked a few really nice balls in the match. I think he would do well, in fact, to go away, you know, go back home and maybe watch a video of this match with maybe, I'm sure he probably does have a coach, and just go through each frame. Yeah, he's made another just basic error there.
Yeah, that was not good. To be fair to him, he knew straight away.
Yeah, as I say, it'd be a good idea to maybe just go away and watch a rerun of the match and just look at his shot selection. I think he would learn plenty from that. As I say, he's got plenty of time on his hands.
It's very early here. There is a slight possibility he might have played his last shot in this match. We'll see. That blue past to the right corner? I think it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it does. So there's plenty to go at here for Xiao Guodong. 2 or 3 reds on this time. Playing here for a choice of pink or blue.
8.
Yeah, just keen to get that blue shifted, get it back up onto its own spot.
If Xiao comes through here, as I said, he will face Stephen Maguire in the round of 32. It's in the same quarter actually as the defending champion John Higgins,
30.
who plays Mike Dunn later today. Excellent match to look forward to as well. Mark Davis against Ali Carter. Davis has been in terrific form, hasn't he? Won the 6th Reds World Championship against, won in Hong Kong recently in an invitation event, and up against Ali Carter, who's had some battles off the table, as we know. Great to see him back. And he's actually won this title as well, Ali Carter.
19.
Will be a terrific match, that one.
Yeah, that's one to look forward to. And as you said, Tim, another one to look forward to is Xiao Guodong against Stephen Maguire. He's not been tested match-wise today, of course, Xiao Guodong. You certainly know he's going to be tested against Stephen Maguire, one of the best players in the world. But he's shown enough today to suggest that he's in good form, and he's going to give Stephen Maguire a match, that's for sure.
Oh, that was a surprise.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad shot, wasn't it? It was a couple of reds previous, sorry, 1 red previous to that where he dropped short on the blue.
Again, Xiao able to put his hand on the table, and he sinks that red. Still a bit of work to be done, but he's just getting plenty of chances.
Yeah, as you say, Tim, chance after chance, isn't it? And I fully expect him to put the match to bed this time. The lead you see there, already 21.
6.
4 or 5 loose reds to go at. He should wrap the match up here and now.
7.
So Guodong then on the verge of completing a 5-0 win here. Certainly be looking forward to seeing 2 names who haven't qualified for the full ranking events. Kyron Wilson, one of those, who's qualified for Shanghai with some really good performances in the qualifiers, and David Grace as well. They actually have avoided the wildcards. David Grace plays the World Championship runner-up Barry Hawkins. Kyron Wilson will play Stuart Bingham. But here, Xiao Guodong hasn't missed a great deal, 1 or 2, but on the whole, he's looked pretty assured.
19.
Yeah, as we've said, it's been a good run out for Xiao Guodong. Just putting the finishing touches to the match now.
26.
Just 2 or 3 shots away from securing the victory.
as Alan says, he's looked solid. He's made a century in the match,
32.
but he has been presented lots of opportunities. Slightly awkward queuing here. He will obviously face a much sterner test against Stephen Maguire in the next round. So 48
53.
is the difference, 43 left on the table. Make that 54 now. Might still continue. Well, that's dropped and he won't continue now. In fact, he offers a hand, a little smile from the 13-year-old Yuan Sijun. And Xiao Guodong has won by 5 frames to 0 here. He's won very comfortably indeed. Made a high break of 122 and he cruises into the round of 32 and a meeting against Stephen Maguire here in the Shanghai Masters. So it's all